leave home or leave your community and come to Abuja and you just live virtually on charity, or you just live thinking that God will provide for you when you are virtually not doing anything, you become a liability to the state. So if you don't have a job you are doing, if you don't have where you are staying, there is no need to come around the city and just become a scavenger and just deface the whole of the city. Where do you go to bed? Where do you sleep in the night? Where do you go for convenience? So you can just litter any waste and anything anywhere, and that is totally unacceptable.
Furthermore, the action is in response to the FCT Minister's clean-up directive aimed at relocating scavengers appropriately, erosion control and strategic security measures to curb activities of hoodlums who take advantage of these bridges to perpetrate crime. In Abuja, Asebe Williams, NTA News.
Now, a popular supermarket in Garki area of Abuja that was sealed off Friday for alleged short-changing of customers has been reopened. Ramatu Abdullahi, who visited the supermarket, reports that few hours after it was sealed, officials of the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, who earlier unsealed the place, reopened it for business activities in the evening.
As at the time NTA crew arrived at the supermarket Friday evening, efforts were on to reopen it. This follows an ongoing meeting between the owners of the supermarket and officials of the commission. However, efforts to speak to both management of the supermarket and officials of the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission for possible comment after it was reopened proved abortive, as they both declined comment. Analysts say this move by the authorities is a strong signal to all Nigerians that the federal government is committed to tackling the issue of price hike and hoarding of produce in the country. Ramatu Abdullahi, NTA News.
For Nigeria to achieve sustainable development goals, barriers such as corruption, insecurity, unemployment, and poor governance must be removed. That was the crux of discussion at the international conference organized by Faculty of Social Sciences, Nasarawa State University, KFE. Lesson and Fulani reports.
Dwelling on the theme, governance and sustainable development, breaking barriers and empowering change, the conference intends to address poor governance and societal challenges such as corruption, nepotism, religious intolerance, among others, which are hindrances to sustainable development. Vice-Chancellor, Nasarawa State University, KFE, Professor Suleiman Bala Mohammed, described the conference as apt.
Some of the crises we have, they are really around the issues of governance. And once we are able to get governance right, we'll be able to get security right, we'll be able to get growth right, we'll be able to get development right, and we'll get peace, we'll get everything.
Citizens, if you can look clearly, have been very docile. So our charge here is to further interrogate that angle and ensure that we bring the angle of governance, that is the supply side, to come and listen.
Keynote speaker at the conference, Dr. Joseph Ochogu, calls for concerted efforts by government, civil organizations, as well as relevant stakeholders towards addressing societal ills.
Once there is a disconnect between the citizens and those who are in positions of authority, they will continue to suffer the things that we are suffering in Nigeria. And then sustainable development will continue to elude us. So the demand side, the citizens, they need to be active, enlightened, to place demand on the supply side to ensure that the supply side, which is the government, are able to provide good education, good health, good infrastructure.
If you allow the local governments and the traditional institutions to do a lot, we'll have less of what we call the crimes and criminalities that are going on now.
The international conference is observed yearly by the Faculty of Social Sciences to address contemporary issues and proffer solutions with hope of implementation by relevant authorities for the good of the country and humanity. From KFE, Blessing Danfulani, NTA News.
Now, May deadline for the completion of some ongoing priority projects within the city center is sacrosanct. Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Yeson Wike, disclosed this during an inspection tour of the projects. Onutu Yakubu reports.
That is the contractor's commitment to deliver the projects on schedule. Clicking ambiances of construction equipment and site workers in a race with time at the Vice President's official residence signifies efforts to deliver on pledges. The ongoing works are at various stages of completion. The story is the same at the outer Southern Expressway from the Villa down to the Apple roundabout, with the ongoing works reaching an appreciable level of completion. The Asokoro and Whereby Finance Junction interchanges are another site already wearing a new look. FCT Minister Yeson Wike lost the contracting firms handling the different projects, saying that it is a reflection of no going back on the May deadline.
I think we're quite optimistic that with the speed of work and taking advantage of the weather, we believe that by May this project will be ready. Of course, you know, they didn't work for 3 days because of the construction workers strike, 3 days water strike. That alone took a lot of things out from them. But we believe that we will not have a repeat of that incident again.
On the ongoing road project, which portion was earlier encroached upon, the minister, however, reveals that the matter has been put to rest with a fruitful discussion with the management of the Apex Bank. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
Thank you, Onoze Yakubu, and not Onutu Yakubu there with that background report, and which sets the tone for our discussion with our guest whom we have here. We have Engineer Jato Abdul Karim. He's the Director of Engineering, Infrastructure and Rehabilitation of the FCDA. We're privileged to have you join us on Saturday Discourse today, sir.
Thank you. Good evening, Nigeria.
Okay, well, the report we just watched, I think, is just one among many others we have seen in recent time, talking about the FCT being a construction hub, now, if I may say. Can you just lead us how far so far into some of this resurface and rehabilitation and probably in some areas construction of new roads?
Yes, thank you very much. You know, when from the onset of the new minister, Mr. Project, we normally call him, Barrister, with His Excellency. It was very clear that he declared Abuja a construction zone. And if you watch, a lot of work going on everywhere. Most of the projects, some are ongoing, that a little bit because of one issue or the other slowed down. But now he has kind of rejigged the whole process. And as you can see, you cannot move around within 1 kilometer of Abuja without seeing one set of construction or the other. But coming to talk of rehabilitation, I would tell you that Abuja is a special city. I mean, our federal capital, the only one we have. And most of the roads have been designed to last 20, 25 years. Of course, we started with Garki and Use, which has we are now entering 30 years of their existence. We have thought it wise that it's very difficult or very expensive to carry out a new reconstruction now. Why can't we start rehabilitating these roads? So to say, we need to make it more useful and expand the lifespan. So by that, we started with Gariki and as I just said, by carrying out what we call curing tests and aggregate tests on each road. So those found to be in their need of rehabilitation were being chosen. And as you can see, we've been doing very well with it. We started with Gariki and Use that comprises of 135 roads. As I'm talking to you now, I mean, that's 135 number of roads contain about 49 kilometer span of roads. A lot of work has been going on, and the construction period is 5-6 months, which from September, if you calculate it, we are almost there. As of yesterday, we commenced the process of rolling out most of this project by carrying out our final, what we call handing over inspection. I want to believe this will continue in the next 1 to 2 weeks. We can assure the public that this Gariki will say within the next 2-3 weeks, 90% of them will be handed over, will be completed and handed over.
Okay, I think very interesting, and I think for some of us who move around Abuja would agree with some of the things you've said, because we've seen some of these roads within districts and even some local areas also being affected with this new development. Now, can we also look at the issue of the deadline that has been set? Especially we've heard of May deadline, and the minister is leaving no stone unturned in ensuring that such come to reality. We've seen him monitoring personally.
Yes, most of the main big ongoing projects, construction, those are construction. Particularly, my own schedule is to deal with the rehabilitation of this road, but I can just speak a little bit about the construction going on. Most of them, on his assumption of office, he called most of them, because as I said before, most of them are ongoing projects. He called most of them, what are the challenges? What was your problem? After narrating the problem, he said, okay, I want this project delivered by May to mark the 1-year anniversary of Mr. President. What can you do? How much of this can you deliver? What do you want? So, of course, they come up with a plan with cost implication. He was able to have a payment schedule for them. And I can tell you, Mr. Premier has been going by his promise. So that's why you see everything everywhere is construction zone now. I am quite sure most of them will be able to, 99% of them will meet the deadline very well.
Okay, let's not take you outside your comfort zone, which has to do with the resurfacing of some of these roads. Let's quickly look at the Asokoro Road. Recently, the minister expressed his displeasure. What is delaying the resurfacing or completion of that area, particularly that AY roundabout that he mentioned?
Yeah, it's not really, well, of course, he goes around on his own to do some inspection. Of course, he has expressed his maybe the pace at which he had wanted them to move.
Yes, sir.
We were not getting it. But I can tell you what, as I'm talking to you, and I just came from that.
I want to agree with you.
Yes,
I saw that.
Yes, what is going on? The challenges are that Asokoro is a very special area that have high profile, Nigerians living there, and the traffic level there is so much that you have to manage very well. So it's not that easy to shut down most of the road like we can do, as we were able to do in Gariki and Wuse. So we have to kind of manage this process very well, so that we don't discomfort or disallow people from entering their houses. There are stages of this resurfacing that, especially when we are about to lay the asphalt, that's what we call MC1. The moment you lay it, we don't want nobody who can fly over it until the asphalt is being laid on top. So most of those things might have, but in some area like that, the villa, villa is partly around the Asokoro plain seat. We have to do some clearance, security clearance, and all the necessary arrangement before you can have free access to carry out your work there. Those might be, I've already explained to him and my executive secretary too, that might be, of course, naturally he will not agree with us, but I can tell you work is going on seriously there now, and we've been able to overcome that. Okay. And I'm not sure we're going to run short of the delivery time.
Okay, well, I will be happy to see that, come to fruition, and all of us, apply that route very smoothly. Now, you mentioned districts that are affected by, probably these phases of the intervention now. Yeah. So how soon should we be expecting other, districts, say, Lokogoma area, Dako, and many other areas who are also yearning for such?
Yeah, first of all, let me put it clear to you that, or to Nigerians, that Abuja has been developed in phases. Okay. We have phases 1, 2, 3, up to 5. Right now, most of the development you are seeing are confined between phases 1 and 2. Those areas you are calling are phases 3. Okay. Of course, because of fund and government ability to carry out most of this massive construction, to develop a district is a massive project. It's not something that you can just achieve so easily. Those areas you are calling among that's phases 3 are not yet developed. Okay. Yeah, of course, we have population. We are now unaware that the people who are living there, They are not developed. We can't even be talking of resurfacing. Okay. But we can always carry a palliative, and when there's emergency, we go there, like in Lokogoma, where we have flood and all sorts of things. We went there to carry out something. But those areas are not yet developed as a district. Obviously, we know people are living there, and you cannot stop people when you allocate plot to them not to develop their plot. So.
Okay, well, Engineer Jats Abdul Karim, fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers, fellow Nigerian Institute of Management, we want to thank you for coming to tell us, about some of the things your department is doing. But before we let you go quickly, can you educate Nigerians more on what specifically your department does?
Okay, as I said before, when you build a city at a particular point of time, talk of any big city, New York, London, and all the rest, you are no more developing new things. You have to rehabilitate and maintain what you have. Okay. At a point, this my department is fairly new, a year plus. Engineering department used to carry out this exercise, but at the point where it became so big and so large, it became so obvious to the authority that we have to exercise this assignment from the main department. Of course, the part of engineering infrastructure rehabilitation. As I said, right now we have a lot of challenges. Okay. My department not just deal with resurfacing, sewer, water treatment plants, sewage treatment plants, and bridges. Anything that has to do with them, we have to keep it running.
All right. Well, we want to thank you very much. I think we're afraid time will not allow us to continue, but I think we've learned so much from you, and we want to wish you well as you continue to give Abuja a new look and a new, list, for all of us to enjoy. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank the Honorable Minister for giving us the opportunity to do this.
All right. Well, moving forward now, text of the Holy Quran says, "Teach your children the righteous way, and they will not depart from it when they are grown." This was the thrust of the Church from Guest lecturer Sheikh Tajuddin Adigun Bello as women across Nigeria gathered to share in the knowledge of Tarbiyya and Taqwa, Islamic development and training. Onotu Yakubu reports.
Tarbiyya and Taqwa in Islam connotes the development and training of individuals on discipline of the soul. Sheikh Tajuddin Adigun Bello said, to attain such, a teacher must inspire higher ideals to translate aspirations into everyday guidance, honor, integrity, and divine favor.
By having these two qualities, it makes the society to be a stable society, a peaceful society, a coordinating, cooperative society. But where the two are missing, then the society will be a violent society, ungoverned society, unpeaceful society. That's why this topic is coming at the right time.
The society is a reflection of the failing role of the family system, as discussant Sheikh Tajuddin Bello re-echoed, with mission to ignite messages of encouragement to intensify further strengthening of knowledge and humanity. Kismu Dawa is playing a significant role in the propagation of the fundamental truths of Islamic Dawah.
Reminding each other has a lot of benefit to the Ummah. So that is why we are here today, to gather the Muslim Ummah, at least to give an nasiha, to remind the Muslim, especially the youth who are coming up, to know what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ordained on them, to know the good and the bad.
So there is need for parents to have a rethink, a step back, to really look at how we can improve the tarbiyah of our children within our society, communities, and then the nation and the ummah at large.
The cross-section of dignitaries, including the wife of Gombe State Governor and that of Speaker, House of Representatives, were encouraged to spread the message of religious guidance amongst women by practical application. Onotu Yakubu, NTA News.
Brekete times 10. Get a Glow SIM today and enjoy 1,000 Naira sign-on bonus for voice and data. All new and existing Glow subscribers also get 10 times the value of their every recharge, plus up to double their data recharge as bonus. All Glow subscribers also get up to free 20,000 Naira bonus for voice and data.
wani abin damuwa bane kwata-kwata. Malama, Allah ki bani katin bulo na 1000.
Na 1000? Can. To shikenan yanzu nan zaka ga alert. Yake damun ka me ake maka kake wannan ihun malam?
Ba dole in ihu ba. Wannan malamar ce na ce ta bani katin gulo na 1000. Ta ce ta sa min katin 10,000. Ta ya zan iya biyan wannan?
Wannan ai garabasa gulo take yi. Idan ka saka 1000 za su rubanya maka shi domin ya koma 10,000. Shi ne muke kira 10 times airtime bonus.
Amma fa abun na kai mamaki.
Abokina ka kwanta da hankalinka. Kaga wannan 10,000 gulo ne ta baka kyauta. That what me say na 10 times awun we gulo give you. Times.
Kwarai kuwa kai ma za ka iya samun 10 times airtime bonus idan ka sai kati a layin Glo ɗinka. Sai sabon layin Glo.
Talented children make them blossom. This, according to Ebony, reports that this was at Gleason International Academy School, where young talents were identified through inter-house sports competition.
American House emerged winners at the 12th Gleason International Academy Inter-House Sports Competition with 42 gold, 30 silver and 26 bronze medals. African House came second with 30 gold, 36 silver and 30 bronze medals, while Asia House got 28 gold, 35 silver and 33 bronze medals to occupy the third place. The inter-house competition include 100 meters race, 75 meters race, 50 meters race, hurdle by 4 friends, and technology was also in display as the students played robotic games, which the school is known for.
I feel very excited and I'm so happy that all our hard work paid off at the end of the day.
Well, it's not been easy. We all thought we were going to come first, but nonetheless, we still came second. It's been very exciting. It's one of a kind.
We worked so hard to get on this place. We had so much fun, and that's all that matters. It's about having fun.
Chief Executive of Gleason International Academy, Ajah Samira Jibri, said the importance and inclusion of sports in the school curriculum is an avenue to keep the children fit.
Inter-house sport is very important because you see the bubbles of the children is quite wide, and there are different learners. There are those that are learning through activities. So we must build every capacity. It should be very inclusive of everything.
Everybody is now aware that exercise is a very important thing to the body. So the inter-house something is something that even brings a kind of unity, a brand, kind of good health and whatever. So it's necessary.
Parents, school management and invited schools were not left out in the field and track event as they all came out en masse to participate. Hadiza Godwin Ebuni, NTA News.
Thank you for being there, and our time is up on Saturday Discourse. Thank you for your company. Let's do this same time, same station next week. I am Abdullah Hajia. Good night.